timeout here. That's their first of the half. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And in first down, they go right back to him. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Back to pass. It's Green. Snags the quick throw. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
Nice read here by the Arkansas quarterback to be able to make this throw and pick up a first down for the Hogs. Did a nice job of waiting for his receiver to get open and then put the ball right on the money.
He hands it off from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The Razorbacks are going to cash in here in the red zone. Looking for a gap. It's Hill. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they scored this touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Buffaloes offense is back out there on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Big guys up front line up. It's first down. And now the handoff. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the tailbacks got it again.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. And someone moved just a bit too early. It'll cost him 5 yards.
False start.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. It's 3rd down for the offense. Scanning the field. It's Sanders. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. The Buffaloes will line up to boot it away.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the first down marker to set up fourth down. Really good job by the defense of tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down marker.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. And the Arkansas offense back out on the field. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle is finally made, but not before it's a huge gain down to the 25. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
The offense will line up. Chance for a plays before the end of the quarter. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. We are deadlocked at the end of a fun, competitive first quarter. Let's check out the stats so far. And as we move to the second quarter, we hope these teams will build on a promising start. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. He'll hand it off. Breaking tackles. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Boy, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up in run support.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. He's running out of time here. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So a field goal attempt coming up now. Kick is up and no good. He missed it. The game remains tied.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Offense will keep it on the ground here. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Colorado.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
And the point after is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Razorbacks offense is back out on the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. There's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And the Razorbacks will crank up the tempo. To throw, it's Green. Receiver makes the grab. They wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Boy, the slant route is already a difficult pass to defend in man coverage, but especially against a receiver like that. Man, good luck. Big receiver, they can use their body to shield the defensive back from the ball if it's placed correctly by the quarterback.
That completion sets up an important third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Over to Juke, gets free now. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
The Razorbacks will line up on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Jackson.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Lofting it toward the left sideline. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Arkansas. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
That mistake sets the offense up at the 40. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Back to throw. It's Sanders. Quick pressure. They've got him down for a sack.
Well, this sack is on the quarterback, in my opinion. Anytime you call a screen, you've got to be aware that that pass rush is coming in. Bait them towards you and go over top. This time, he's unaware of how quickly they're going to come in.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. Toss play to the outside. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down. That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. Fourth down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. Scanning the field, it's Sanders. And he finds his target. He has the first. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Linebackers making some adjustments now. Defense is coming after him. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. Keeping it on the ground here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner will be brought down. And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved him right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. So here we go. The first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Looking to pass. It's Green. Fires it to the wideout. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. This time a completion. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
And here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Football knocked loose in the backfield. The defense recovers the fumble.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there. They were able to knock it loose.
And the Razorbacks looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. Back to pass. It's Green. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Hogs.
That is a great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
PAT puts them in front by 7. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Turn starts inside the 15. And they bring him down to the 32 after a solid return. Takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Now trapped behind the line. It'll be a short loss. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5.
False start.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Sanders. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And is intercepted. Tackled after the interception. That would be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. And the Arkansas offense back out on the field. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they get the second half started with a running play. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. The Razorbacks looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Dropping back. It's Green. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
Finds his man. It's Jackson. Brought down to the 46. Good enough for a first down.
What a nice find there by the quarterback on third down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on third down. Being a good third down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success. That's why you drill it so much in practice.
You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
But these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Catch made on the out route. They bring him down after a short gain there. Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Dropping back, it's Sanders. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Delay of game. Offense.
Delay of game penalty will cost the offense 5. Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Quarterback drops back. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
And that pump will just bounce out of bounds, so no return. And the Razorbacks offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. First down here for this offense. The shotgun handoff here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Second down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's Green. And they heave it deep downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. They can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Running back grabs it on the screen. And he never had a chance. Tackled in the backfield. And the Razorbacks will send the punt team onto the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And the Buffalo's offense is back out there on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. A pop pass on the jet sweep. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. Second down play coming up. So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5.
False start. Offense.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Important second down play coming up. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
Now the offense faces 3rd and long from the 30. Can they convert and get a drive going? Looking to pass. It's Sanders. Running out of time in the pocket. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
Chris, how about that? A quick slant that goes for this many yards and a touchdown? That's what's so dangerous about this quarterback and wide receiver. The quarterback puts the ball right on the money, and by doing so, look at the receiver. Catches it in stride and has all that room to run after the catch for that touchdown.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the 3rd period. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And the back now goes in motion. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
And they bring him down, but that's enough for a first down as the clock runs down here in the 3rd quarter. We get to the end of 3. It's been a tremendous competitive battle as we check out some of the stats so far. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. The shotgun running play call. Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football. The Razorbacks will come to the line to run the hurry up. Dropping back, it's Green. Buying time, moving to his left. And he'll lost it to the end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game.
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. On the toss play, runner moving left. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They finally make the tackle, but the defense gashed by that big gainer.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and phew, he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, the reality with any screen pass is they usually take a little bit of time to develop. And though they often can hit big, sometimes they take too long to cook up, and sometimes you can get sacked.
The sack sets up 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's an out route. The catch made. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Buffs. And they'll claim the 4th quarter lead.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
PAT is up and good. The lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Powers through a tackle. Steps out of bounds at the 19. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Arkansas offense back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Off the play fake, looking to throw. It's caught, but out of bounds, so incomplete. Second and 10 here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
That run sets up an important 3rd down call for this offense. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. They don't convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that 3rd down play. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs. We're in the late stages of this game. And here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. Gifted with great starting field position for this drive. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
And the Buffaloes looking to keep this drive rolling. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. Back to throw. It's Sanders. He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Colorado.
Well, if you're going to give it to him, he's going to take it. That's his third touchdown today against this defense. Whether they play zone or they play man, he's finding...
Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida. Today is see who will walk out as champion of the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
First down here for the offense. Here's the handoff. good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team.
The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown tie.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen. Playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. The opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Notre Dame's offense will go to work for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, what a big stick. And the thing that's impressive about that, it's one thing to do that in tight. When you do that out wide, if you miss, they're going to hit their head on the goalpost. What a great tackle in the open field, and what a bring to lumber.
You got to show great athleticism to tackle in space like that. A lot of teams teach rugby tackling. That was beautiful there.
I don't care what they taught. Do that more often.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignment. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Dropping back, it's Leonard. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. And it's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting a gift.
Fires into traffic, and it's picked off.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining, I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Working that left side now. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical, they like to run the football. But when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run play action. Getting some heat. He has brought down the man. What a job to find some running room and move the chains.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Irish.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfectly.
It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Might as well give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Alabama pushing the tempo. To the air, it's Milroe. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. The defense got caught that time, and they... What a nightmare for this defense. His second big play, gashing this secondary and fitting right into that gold standard of Alabama big play receivers.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to find...
Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Leaves it with the running back. Looking for room at the 30. Afterburners coming. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. First down for this offense. To the ground with the back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Leonard. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They'll go to the fullback. At the 40, there he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally, you give the big boy the ball. There is no juke button. There is no speed burst. It is all power down your throat, hitting you and falling forward and getting that first down.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass, it's Leonard. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Give to the fullback. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that first down from you.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting the fourth.
Kick comes up a little short, and now he's thinking kick 6. He's loose on the right. The tag. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
How about the kick 6? What a return. And think about it. You go for the long field goal, do a good job of keeping somebody deep for the return. And here's the hard thing. All those offensive linemen trying to protect the field goal. Now they got to go try to make a tackle. Too much speed. What an amazing return. What a big play.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, a first half that gave us some riveting moments, not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. In other words, a fabulous start to the Gator Bowl. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Gator Bowl.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. They're working that left side. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive, just try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Using his legs to buy some time. Wide open, he makes the catch. Tackle is made after the first down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Power football with the run. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make him honor the run. Make him know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. With the catch, it's Henderson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways. More space.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs in this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. First down to start the drive after the break. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. They're front.
He's taking the shot. Brings it in down the left side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. And there's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking downfield, it's Leonard. Blasted as he lets it go. What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead, you know they're going to be passing, and you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man downfield. Off he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the route is on.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish back on offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Irish send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. I'm not sure if he could have kicked it farther by using his knee, but it's not exactly the longest punt. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Here comes that Alabama offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They move the tight end all over. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Alabama quickly back to the line. Off the play fake. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but
got enough space. Touchdown time. And the beatdown has ensued.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on him. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. A first down for the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Running with power. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Leonard. Dances away from the heat. And the ball's loose. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Looking to move it through the air. Gonna take a shot. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meet face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.